Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Daily Tech News. My name is Alan Smithson. Today is Friday, May 31st. There's a lot to cover, but the first thing on the list today is auto parts are one of those things where you have to order them, and you bring your car into the shop, and then they say, oh, we got to order the parts in this. But what if you could 3D print the parts on site as needed? And so that's what the first story here is about. Let me open that up for you and check this out. The first story of the day is Auto Additive introduces 3D printing for vehicle repairs. I think this is a really, really big thing that nobody's talking about. The fact that 3D printing is being used for kind of everything from manufacturing to space, everything. The idea of being able to 3D print quality parts on site as required is really, really something special. I won't even play this video. I'll play it for a second, but you can see they used like 11 labs or some sort of AI for this, but there you go.
The core inception of Auto Additive is providing a safe OEM-compatible product for our customer using a proven...
I'll leave it at that because it's very cheesy. But anyway, the whole idea of being able to use additive manufacturing to make parts as required when needed. Oh, this is really cool. And so I'm very excited about that. Okay. NVIDIA says that 20,000 generative AI startups are now building on their platform, which means they're going to need to build chips faster. And so now they're on a track to make new AI chips every single year. So they've been on a 2-year cadence with Blackwell and with the other ones before that. And it says here, I can announce that after Blackwell, there's another chip, and we're on a 1-year rhythm. And it's interesting because NVIDIA made $14 billion worth of profit in a single quarter. Everybody in the world is buying their chips, and they revealed their Ampere chip, the A200 in 2020, then the Hopper, the H200, and then the Blackwell in 2024, the B200, and the new one is going to be called Rubin, coming in 2025. So yeah, I guess every year is the new Moore's Law. The newer Moore's Law is now every year instead of every 2. Wow, we're moving so fast. If you're having a hard time keeping up with all of this stuff, don't fear. This is a really great resource, and I will put this link into the comments of the YouTube channel for sure. It is the top 66 ultimate cheat sheets for AI, but it's not just like it's a cheat sheet for everything. So for example, you have here top AIs for social media, timeline for generative AI, best AI chatbots. So if you scroll down here, they've got it all worked out here, parameters, top AI tools to manage your social media. Very interesting stuff here. There's printable versions of each one of these. I won't go through every single one, but you get the point. These cheat sheets are vital, and I will put the link in the YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe because it really does help the channel. Okay, study found that 52% of ChatGPT answers to programming questions are wrong, and yet it's still useful. So we're starting to get into this place where the human plus AI is the answer. And it's interesting. It says here we found 52% of ChatGPT answers contain misinformation, 77% of the answers are more verbose than human answers, and 78% of the answers suffer from different degrees of inconsistency to human answers. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think with programming, it's not, enter your thing and go now. You have to actually have a human in the loop, which is still great and good for humanity. In Seoul, they actually had a whole bunch of governments and heads of state get together to talk about AI safety, which is something that is very, very vital to the success of the rollout of these technologies because they're happening so fast. We got to keep an eye on that. And so it said here, nearly 6 months after the inaugural Global Summit on AI Safety in England, they're hosting another one in Seoul, South Korea. And it says here, AI is hugely exciting technology, and the UK has led global efforts to deal with its potential, hosting the world's first AI Safety Summit last year, and that was the Prime Minister of UK. But it's hard. But to get the upside, we must ensure that it's safe. That's why I'm delighted that we've got an agreement today for a network of AI. So they actually had a partnership memorandum of understanding, or MRU, for all of the countries that were involved in the Seoul Summit for AI safety. Very important stuff. Okay, the promise of CRISPR GPT offers the idea of specialized GPTs that could transform medicine. So right now, we use GPTs for writing our essays or creating social media posts. But what if it could create custom level medicine for you and you only? Large language models can be surprisingly efficient in various medical areas, not just for problems including human conversations, but data and network analysis too. Pharma companies like Roche have already started deploying their own ChatGPT-like tools in practice, and CRISPR GPT has paved the way. There are a few examples where they're actually using this for pharma companies for drug discovery, for protein folding and protein engineering, for antibody design, for clinical trial design, for personalized medicine. And then, of course, like 3D printing cars, they'll be able to 3D print body parts very soon. So I think we're just at this cusp of having technologies that we don't need to die soon, and we don't need to be unhealthy. We can live long, healthy lives, and I think that's the whole point of this. Now, if you want to live a healthy life, getting a massage is part of that. And here is a robot masseuse. In New York City, you can go now and get a massage by a robot. So yeah, that's coming to a massage place near you. Okay, this is my buddy Roy, and he's got a new company called Canvastique 3D. And I'll just play the video. They're using a camera and a 3D model to overlay. Here, just check it out. They are able to use this camera, which is taking a look at the pattern. And as they flip the pattern, it automatically applies the pattern to the 3D object. I just thought it was super cool. Canvastique 3D. And look at that. You can even just, oh, wow. As long as the camera's seeing it, you can apply it and then relight it. Love it. Good stuff, Roy. Okay. Single chip measures pH, nitrate, phosphate, and potassium in water. If you've watched my show before, you'll understand that water is very important to the success of all humans. We kind of are made of it, but 80% of our body is water. So we have to make sure that the water we're drinking and consuming is safe. And it's, right now there's a whole bunch of sensors that go into that. And by making one sensor really inexpensive, we're able to bring this to places that maybe don't have the resources to have all the multiple sensors. So due to the resistance to breakage, ISFETs, which is the ion-sensitive field effect transistors, are widely used in pH measurement, especially in food production. But now they've created this one piece of technology that has all of the sensors built in at once. Very, very exciting stuff. Okay, batteries. Batteries are not the best they could be. We're going to get better batteries, but one of the things that the problem with batteries is that they use lithium ion, and that is hard to find and it's expensive. Iron, on the other hand, they're looking to make iron batteries, and iron is super cheap. It's one of the cheapest materials, resources on the planet. The whole planet is full of it. So if we could make batteries out of iron, we could then make much better batteries, much cheaper batteries. And so it says, what if a common element rather than a scarce, expensive one was the key component in electric car batteries? So we'll take a look at that. They've said, we've recently transformed the reactivity of iron metal, the cheapest metal commodity. Our electrode can offer higher energy density than the state-of-the-art cathode materials in electric vehicles. And since we use iron, whose cost can be less than $1 per kilogram, a small fraction of nickel and cobalt, which are indispensable in high-energy lithium-ion batteries, the cost of our batteries is potentially much lower. Great stuff. Okay. What if you were watching a basketball game at home and you put on your VR headset and you had this seat? You have the game, the full game up in your screen and to your left, but you actually can sit right behind the court, and then you can move positions as well. I know it's a little pixelated there, but oh man, I can't wait to have that kind of seat. All right. Speaking of at-home entertainment, this is a new experience for the Apple Vision Pro.
The eye. The great sorcerer Agamotto created the Hand of Agamotto, a spell crafted to contain all 6 Infinity Stones. It allows the chosen sorcerer to use the stones in every reality across the multiverse. Hold up the hand you want to do magic with, hero.
Bring it on.
Now, you may take the stone.
Wow, you're literally interacting with your entertainment now. Very cool stuff. Okay, this is another thing that we saw here. Ideogram is using generative AI to create patterns, tile patterns. And I just thought this is a really neat thing. And yeah, check it out. So the idea is you can take a piece of art and then it'll automatically tile it. I don't know if actually, if you did this in Midjourney, would it tile it for you? But it creates a seamless tile. Maybe you want to make wallpaper, maybe you want to make a shirt. I just thought this was really neat. You can generate seamless repeating patterns. Ideogram.ai. All right. Over to the strange things in the world. This is a hyper-realistic robot horse. And it looks like it's in a mall. I don't know if you can ride it, but wow, look, even the little ears twitch. Oh, wow, we're getting so close to like these weird, creepy things. Awesome. Okay, this is really neat. This is augmented or mixed reality golf. Just check it out. From above. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And the last thing we have on the list today is seven-fingered Scarlett Johansson appears in a video to express full-fledged approval of OpenAI. It's obviously, this is The Onion, so it's a spoof. And it's just interesting that they photoshopped an extra finger on her, indicative of AI. It says, San Francisco, in response to allegations that artificial intelligence research organization used the actress's voice without consent, a jerky seven-fingered Scarlett Johansson appeared in a video to express her full-fledged approval of OpenAI. It's me, Scar Johnson, to express the internet that everything about OpenAI is A-okay to me, she said, giving a 3-foot-long thumbs up. Anyway, I thought that was fun. That is Daily Tech News for today, Friday, May 31st. I hope you had a good one. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go build something amazing that serves the world. And yeah, make sure you give your friends and family a special hug today because, well, hugs are needed.